Okay, if you're transitioning from residential to commercial, it's usually a much shorter learning curve because you've already been in the business, you've already run through residential transactions, you've kind of seen the puppet strings, you know how the game works, right? You know what your broker's there for, you know who to go for questions, you probably already know some commercial brokers in the area, and you've done the process of going out there and lead generating, finding property for your client, writing contracts or offers, going under contract, submitting earnest money, doing the option period. You've already done the steps. So you already understand the general aspects of the business period, which is fantastic. So your learning curve is much shorter. Most people don't have that if they're jumping right in. The next step is you have to understand the terminology, like in. That's triple net. Taxes, insurance, and common area maintenance, right? That's a big one. So understanding the terminology, I will share with this, I wanted to have it attached, but our file's in my Google Drive, which I can't find that document. But I found the best terminology sheet I've ever seen for commercial real estate, and we're going to share that as well. It'll be part of this process. I've already gotten approval to use it, and I think it was from NAIOP, which is National Association of Industrial and Office Practitioners. Their company created this brilliant terminology sheet, and it goes into not only the definition, but examples of everything. So it's fantastic, and we'll share that. The differences in contracts, the biggest difference, the biggest hurdle, or I say hurdle, the biggest obstacle we see with these contracts is timelines, right? Everyone can read a contract, especially if it's on a promulgated form. Like every state has the promulgated form, right? And I'd say out of every 10 deals I do, only 1 or 2 are on a promulgated form. Everything else is on attorney written. But the same thing applies as far as timelines. The timeline for your when's earnest money due, when is commencement date versus delivery date, how much time do you have for tenant improvement by the owner? There's a whole bunch of dates where if you miss, it can mean massive repercussions for your clients. So that's the biggest thing we have to get people to pay attention to. That's not on the residential. Residential, you got your option period, and the closing is usually 21 to 30 days after. But we have a whole bunch of timelines in our contracts that have to be met, and if you miss those, there could be some big repercussions. Let's see, timeline importance, asset classes, tenant rep, landlord rep, development, all of those. 1031 exchange, what options do you have? Those are things we have to get nailed down, which we will do in these modules, which is fantastic. And then hopefully within your own firm, if you are a realtor already, there's going to be a commercial group. There's going to be some sort of a division, or at least a person who is willing to assist you when the time comes, right? We all say, like, for example, when I was with KW Commercial, everyone just wanted, for a while there, we did not have a president of the company. And the only reason that would ever matter is when everything's great and you're doing transactions or you're conducting things, even if you're buying it for yourself, if everything's going great, there's nothing to worry about. However, in the event something goes wrong, you need someone to go to. Who do I call? How do I get this resolved? Is that my broker? Is that a commercial broker, another firm? Is that an attorney? Who do I need to contact when something happens? Because it will happen, and you have to have that resource. It's very important. Let's see. And I wrote, we see it all the time where the right person to train you may not want to, is too busy, or can't afford, or simply won't respond in a timely fashion to your needs. Remember, all of us are busy. If you're a residential agent, you're extremely busy. If you're a commercial broker, you're extremely busy. And sometimes just because you have a person or a division in your office, they may not have the time for you. They may not want to help, or they may want to help, but they just can't afford to help. So you have to be willing to go out there and find someone who has the time, who likes you, who wants to help you. There's a few of them out there that are just amazing. You just have to seek them out. And they're not, just because they're the top dog in your office does not mean they're the right person to train you. That's not always the case. Sorry, my mouth is really dry. It's been a long day. I've been up since 6 a.m. here. And getting the right training, it can be very time consuming. And unless the group you seek mentorship sees value, they may not be willing to help you there either. So There we go.